What up, everybody? It is your boy Jabbar back again with another video. Welcome to my channel, Kakashi Cowboy Reviews, where I do social, artistic, and cultural critiques. Today, well, actually, it was last night, but I was like, I'll just make the video in the morning. I had stuff to do. I had to grip papers to grade and stuff like that. But last night it came out that this white woman named Deborah Dugan is just out here telling all the white man's secrets. She's spilling all the secrets about how they run their award shows, behind the scenes, how it's rampant with sexual harassment, how it's rampant with corruption, how they simply only vote based off of the dollars they know they can make from it, and the business ties that they have to people. That is all just fraudulent, fake, and phony. And I told you in my RLNX video, I already said this. Like the Grammys, the award shows, they're racist. They're not racist, but it's a bottom dollar thing. Like, they're not about to nominate the best person who actually should win. They nominate based off of their business ties. Like Deborah is saying at this point. I want to go over some of the stuff that she's saying. I don't have it right in front of me. Actually, I initially read the article on Billboard, but I didn't really like the article on Billboard. Actually, I thought it was actually pretty, it was really vague. They watered down all of her statements, I think, in my opinion, because I went to go read it somewhere else. I was like, let me go find this story somewhere else, because they're telling some of it but not all of it. So the Billboard.com article was just trash, I thought. The BBC article was much better, and much more in depth into the situation that's going on, and it was pretty impartial and fair, and it sort of gave you just a layout of not only this woman's claims. First of all, she's credible. I don't want to hear anybody saying, oh, she's not credible. Like, this lady was hired. She was specifically hired to help sort of about diversity and all this stuff. She was brought in. She was on record as being a part of the Grammy Grammy Recording Academy does not deny that she worked for them and that they brought her in to help with certain problems of corruption and all this stuff. I guess they just didn't figure that she was really going to try to do her job. I guess when they sat her down for the meeting where they said, listen, we brought you in here to look like we're going to do something about all this bullshit going on behind the scenes, but really we don't want you to do anything. Just sit back, look pretty, and keep your mouth shut. But she didn't keep her mouth shut. They ended up firing her. I think she says that they fired her because she was just from day one met with resilience and trying to change the nature and the culture around the academy and how they do business. They claim that they fired her because she was bullying other people in the recording academy. This is what the academy is coming out with now that she has filed a lawsuit against them for sexual harassment, for misconduct, for corruption and all that stuff, and of course for unfair firing practices and stuff like that. So now that she's filed a lawsuit. I hope if she wins it, good for her. If she wins it, I hope she wins it not because she's already a rich white woman, so I don't really care about her getting any money, but I hope she wins it just because it just cements what she said. It just cements what she said, and it just sort of puts that other nail in the coffin of these award shows ain't shit. So why do y'all care, and why do y'all watch, and why do y'all go? Like, why do these celebrities continue to go to the recording academy? I don't understand. And perform for them. I mean, pretty much what you're doing is buck dancing at this point and cooning, because it's like they don't care. So some of the things that she said that I read better in the BBC article. Read the BBC article. Do not read the Billboard article. The Billboard article was trying to they would say her statement, and then they would write in they would put in parentheses some bullshit about how, oh, this is how actually it's done, or something like that. Like, Billboard, we know you have a relationship with the Recording Academy. Shut the fuck up, whoever wrote that article, that watered down article, that was trying to essentially report on the news, but then give portray it in a different way. So what she said was is that first of all, the main thing that is unfair about the whole award show nomination system is that there are secret committees. So there are secret committees, and certain people who have direct, relationships to recording studios and recording companies and specific artists who make money with specific artists. They sit on these committees, and it is not uncommon. And these people and these committees and these people on these committees essentially have like a veto over it. Like they have a veto power. Like they can choose if they want to. To override the already gone through process of the voting of the top 20 list, or whatever the list is, however long the list is, and they can add people onto the list and take people off, so they can put people who they like on. That these committee members will even put like add in, like ask for other artists that they have relationship with and other members of recording companies they have relationships with to come in and be a part of the committees and vote on their own fucking nominations. Like, oh my fucking God. Oh my God. Like, what more do you need? Like, this just sounds terrible. It just sounds terrible that Ken Ehrlich, the producer, Ehrlich, whatever the fuck his name is, that Ken Ehrlich, if he wants somebody, like, his opinion is above everybody else, and if he wants somebody who doesn't make the list to be up there because he wants them to perform and he has a business relationship, damn. What the fuck? Anyway, good gracious, she cannot drive that car. Anyway, he has ultimate veto power. So if somebody that he likes or has a business relationship with doesn't make the top 20 list after the regular voting process, he will ask, because he wants them to perform and he wants to line his own pockets, he will make sure that those people are on the list. So really the voting doesn't matter. Like, these people sit there and they just choose who they want. Like, the voting process doesn't matter. She says that most of the voting, these committees are like, it's Caucasian and male, which we already know. All of the award shows are. And it's just ridiculous. They have diversity problems. They also have sexual harassment problems. She was naming names too. Like, she was naming names, dates, places, and specifics. She said that when she first got hired, she was invited to what she thought would be a business dinner meeting at this guy named Joe Kravitz's house, or Joel Kratz. Joel Kratz, I think his name is Kratz. His last name is Kratz. Joel Kratz's house. She was invited to his house for dinner for a business meeting, which turned into him started talking about, how she's so beautiful, and him eventually at the end of the night leaning in for a kiss. Talking about how when she was first entered also into got hired. They let her know that the old CEO, I think his name is Partlow or whatever his name is, was actually fired and let go because of a rape allegation that was going around, and they wanted to sort of get ahead of it before it got out. So they paid him a settlement and told him to leave. It's crazy how white men can get paid for sexual harassment. They get paid while black men get thrown in jail. Not that anybody should be sexual harassing, but it's just amazing to me how white men get paid off to leave after they've sexually harassed and raped people. But everybody else, listen, I mean, it should be the same way for everybody. That's what I'm saying. But it's just crazy how they just get special privileges where they get $22 million. I don't know. I forget the number she said that he got paid. But she was let this know. This was known to her after the fact that she got fired, when they thought that she was a part of the club, and then they found out that she was going to be a part of. She was going to be down for the team, but she wasn't. She was not down for the team. I mean, she out here spilling all these white men's secrets, and it's not surprising. It's not surprising at all. I don't know why people continue to care. If you continue to care, you're a damn fool. If you continue to watch, you're a damn fool. It doesn't make any sense. She's going on with her lawsuit, and hand and clap for this white woman. Cause she could have sat there and collected a check. She could have sat there and collected a check, but she didn't. She's doing what she's doing the right thing. She did the right thing. You know, she's telling the truth. Now, might she be angry because she was let go, and that's why she's telling the truth? Because why didn't she tell the truth before, while she was in the Grammy recording studio? Yeah, she could just be angry because she was let go. She might have been trying to push back too much or whatever against it, and then she was let go. So she was willing to keep it secret as long as they could keep it secret, as long as they could keep it in house. But then, as soon as she got fired, she was like, "Fuck it, I'm going." It's an outhouse situation now, and so that's what she decided. And you know what? That's what she decided. You know, I'm not mad at the end result. I don't care about how you get there. If you get if you get there for the wrong reasons, but it's the right outcome, I really don't care. But I'm just so glad that we can finally, hopefully, I feel like this hopefully will signal that we can finally let this bullshit go about the Grammys being a good standard of of music, of having a good judgment of musical character. Like, no, they don't. They just pick people, and she just said it. Go read the BBC article. I'll put it down in the description box below. I'm not gonna put that Billboard. That Billboard article was fucking terrible. But I'll put it in my description box below. Tell me what you think. I mean, how do you think? And I think they tried to shut this down on Twitter last night, because I don't see anything more about it. It's pretty much been shut down throughout the airwaves. Nobody is talking about it, which means my black spidey senses are tingling. My black spidey senses are tingling, and I'm just like, why the fuck is nobody talking about this except for late at night Twitter when nobody was awake? Well, some people are awake at real late at night, but like, it was talked about real late at night last night on Twitter. Since then, it's been all but shut down. The Recording Academy is essentially saying that, you know, they deny all claims that Miss Deborah is making. Miss Deborah, I'm calling Miss Deborah. They deny all claims Miss Deborah is making. But you know how I know it's for a fact is true? Because the producer Ken Ehrlich, they questioned him, you know, they said, you know, what do you make of Miss Ehrlich's claims? And he said he refuses to respond. He's going to refuse to comment. He refuses to comment, which is legalese. You know, he's pulling that legalese shit. You know, anything can and will be held against you. So it's better to say nothing and plead the fifth. Therefore, because she's filing a lawsuit. You know, there are probably going to be more lawsuits filed from artists. Hopefully, there are other artists that file lawsuits. I know Nicki Minaj was talking about how the unfair Grammy practices and how she was, you know, targeted by Ken Ehrlich as well, that this Miss Deborah is talking about. So maybe y'all listen to Nicki when she fucking talks about some shit now, instead of just calling her crazy, bitter, and angry. Maybe now this white woman, which annoys me that we can't believe Nicki when she talks about anything, but we gotta hear it from a white woman first, or somebody else who's racially ambiguous, or whatever, and we gotta believe them. But anyway, maybe now y'all will believe it. Y'all will believe that is going on. And like, he pretty much was just on some legal, Ken Ehrlich or whatever his name is, was on some bullshit, was on some legalese shit. Like, you know, there's some go out there. He knows there's some lawsuits going to be filed, and he doesn't want anything that he says to be held against him in the court of when he gets taken to court. Because I feel like he will get taken to court by somebody in the near future. Hopefully somebody will be brave enough to do it. There's a bunch of bitches in in Hollywood. They all sort of kowtow to Massa and whatever he says. So there might not be. They seem to be already trying to quiet this story down as it is. But yeah, hopefully we see some lawsuits other than just Miss Deborah. But hand clap for Miss Deborah, this white woman telling all the white man's secrets. There is nothing like a white woman scorned. You do not you do not mess with them, because they will spill all of your stuff out on the lawn. Like, they will keep it as long as they're part of the team, and then when they get booted from the team, when you tell them they ain't a part of the team no more, they'll be like, oh well, bitch, it's over. I'm coming for your throat, nigga. I'm coming for your throat. But links will be in the description box below. Tell me what you think about it. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and I will see you all next time for the next video.